This is an International Harvester number 9 horse-drawn, ground-driven hay mower. And this is a big box of springs. What do they have in common? A man felt that they were both worth saving. And they're cool. They were worth saving, and I'll tell you, how different generations view things is eye-opening. This box of springs was saved by my grandfather over the course of, I don't know, to be honest, 20, 25, 30 years. Assorted springs, heavy springs, valve springs, door springs, garden equipment springs. If there's a type of spring in here, big and small, it has it all. In a box, labeled springs, and nestled on a shelf in order, organized, in case the opportunity presented itself that he would need a spring of this variety, he would be able to fix it himself. No matter how far out of town they lived, what the occasion brought, he could get himself out of a pinch because he believed in saving things. This mower, I don't know where it came from, but he would look at something like this, as do I, and go, it should be saved. It should be salvaged. It shouldn't be scrapped, crushed, or thrown away because it could be useful. We're being pushed the other direction, folks. We're being pushed the other direction. Minimalism has got to be the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. Made up, if you ask me. An effort for people to get rid of things which so-called cause them stress because there's clutter. What man has not been ridiculed because his shop might look at disarray when in reality he is sitting on a palace of independence? So if something breaks in the home, on your vehicle, in the yard, a fence needs fixing, something needs to be mended, and you don't possess the parts to do so, what are your options? And I think that's the direction that we've been pushed. Men aren't supposed to fix things, right? You're supposed to just buy new things. How often do you hear the term, I got it on Amazon? These did not come from Amazon. They came from effort and a sense of value. Now, he did grow up in Depression times, so I think that generation has an extra dose and some oomph behind them to save and preserve. And I think that's something that should be looked at more. Passed on to new generations instead of this, I'll buy a new one, when's the next iPhone coming out? Because those material things are fleeting when you're in a real pinch. The water's not running, the sewer's not flowing away from the house, the electricity's not on. You're not thinking, boy, I sure wish we could get rid of some of these coffee table books because the clutter makes me anxious. No, you're going, dang, I wish I had a box of springs and nuts and bolts and hardware and some extra lumber to fix things that need to be fixed when they need fixing. And that's the way he looked at it. He was an inventor. If there's something that needed to be made to solve a problem, that's what he would do. And again, the saving fueled the ability to do those things. So that's what this box of springs makes me think of. It's not clutter, it's not junk, and it's not in the way. It's an opportunity to save yourself some money. It's an opportunity to educate yourself, to solve a problem, to create something that might make your life and other people's lives easier, and all having the satisfaction of doing it yourself with your own hands and your own material. Because, really, what are you gonna do? When bad things happen, it's not always during the business hours of Home Depot. So, don't throw it away. Some stuff, I guess, isn't worth saving. You make the judgment call for your operation. But my grandfather is still running around saving things. If he walks down the sidewalk and sees a nut or a bolt, you can be darn sure that he's going to stop and pick it up. And I try to do the same. So, if anyone gives you crap about your shop being a mess and the clutter and the this and the that, tell them to pound sand, because that same guy, in the middle of the night, when he's got a problem, he's gonna be banging down your door, hoping that he can borrow this very part from you. So, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I'd like to take a moment to appreciate this mower and the craftsmanship that went into it. It's for sale if anybody's looking, because again, if you crushed the old girl, what a tragedy. I don't know what the next adventure is gonna be, but there is gonna be one. Take care.